Hi, welcome to An Abundance of Books. My name is Julia and today we're going to go over my October TBR. This month we're doing Becca's Spookopolathon. I guess I've never really said it out loud before. Spookopolathon. Bookopolathon is a readathon that Becca and the Books runs, and I think it used to be a TBR game. It's been a while, but it is being resurrected this October, which I'm very excited about because I am committing to the fall vibe. After I finish this, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. I'm gonna go cuddle up. It's gonna be great. Spookopolathon works pretty much the way I think you assume it works right away. It's a Monopoly board, and there are two ways that you can play it. You can either roll all of your prompts up front, or you can do them one at a time after you finish a book. Roll again. What I've decided to do is both, naturally. Because there's a lot of prompts on here that are really specific, like there's some that are just like Daphne du Maurier, Mary Shelley, Stephen King. Those ones are up for interpretation, but they're definitely a little bit hard. Ones with ghosts, ones with witches, like these, for me at least, are things that I will have to seek out. So we're gonna do 5 rolls today, and those are gonna be my backup picks. So then during the vlog, we're going to roll for each book, but if I get a prompt that I can't fulfill or don't like, or there's some books that I like have to read in October, I don't have to read them, but like if I wait until November, what's the point? We're gonna get creative with it. But yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and get into our first roll. Of course, I'll link Becca's announcement down below, and all of the resources that you need are there if you want to check out the board and the prompts for yourself. We put the marker on go, and we'll do our first roll. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, they're burning the witches. Interesting. All right, they're burning the witches even if you aren't one is an interesting prompt, and there's a couple of ways I can go with it. The first thing that came to mind was the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. This was big last year, I want to say, and I have heard lovely, charming, delightful things about it, but I don't have it, so I'd have to go out and buy it. So I have 2 more cheaty answers here that I don't actually know whether either of them contain witches, but I don't want to look any further. The first book that I have is Thornhedge by Kingfisher. This is one of the books that I have to read probably this week because I have the audiobook out right now, and I don't know anything about this. I think that the main character is a toad. Look at this. Look how stunning it is. So I don't really want to know much. There's definitely potential for this universe to have some witches. But this book also feels like a successor to Nettle and Bone. I don't know if anyone else gets that vibe, but I do. And this one did feature a witch as one of the main characters. So does that count? I don't know. So that's our first option. And the second option is a book that I've had forever. And I read the first chapter in a video. I'll link it, probably. It opens with a seance. I don't think that's what the book mostly is, but the book is The Vanishing by Wendy Webb. And so I think potentially, if not specifically witches, there was some occult stuff happening. I don't know what the technical definition of a witch is. So yeah, this is our other option. If you have any suggestions, especially if they're things that I've talked about before or like popular new releases, let me know. Next roll, that's a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stabby. Okay. Stabby is a fun roll. I am extremely disappointed that I just read In My Dreams I Hold a Knife because what a slam dunk immediately. But what I've got here is something that I actually just bought. I've never heard anyone talk about, but the bookseller was very, not pushy, insistent, helpful, let's say. And that is Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. What I didn't realize when I purchased this was that it's YA. Someone was on the bathroom counter where she's not allowed to go. No, don't try to be cute. Be in trouble. Yeah, so I didn't realize that this was YA when I bought it, which I'm not opposed to, but it definitely changes my expectations of this. I believe, if I'm remembering what she said, this is about a woman who was brutally murdered years ago, and now she haunts this house and kills everyone that comes into it. There's even a tiny knife on the cover, but then one day a cute boy walks in and she doesn't murder him, and I am truly that simple and purchased it. It's over 400 pages, but the font is pretty big. Yeah, I'm interested to get into this, and I think this would be a good one to read in a timely manner. Next roll. That's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Black Cat. Black Cat is another one that I feel like is just very mean. Like, if you have it, then you have it, and if you don't, you don't. But in the interest of reading down my physical TBR, I have Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I have seen the movie, and there is definitely a cat in the movie, so presumably there will be a cat in the book. This is a story about Coraline who finds a secret tunnel and an inverse world, and magical things happen. I don't know how faithful the adaptation is to the book, so I'd be interested to find out. But the other book that I have that I really should be reading is Starter Villain by John Scalzi. This is his new release, and yeah, that's a cat on the cover. Is it about a cat? Probably. Again, a book that I know nothing about, but I did get an arc of it, and it's already come out, so probably time to read it. Look at this color combo that we've got going on. It's very specific. Next roll. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is Pumpkin Spice. Alright, Pumpkin Spice is a spicy book, and this one I'm committed to. I actually don't know if it meets it, but this is one that I feel like I need to read this October, and that is You Again by Kate Goldbeck. Because look at this cover. Look at the perfection of this. If you do not read this in October, you're wrong. I know that this is a romance, but I don't know what the level of spice is, so we'll find out. But all I know about this is that it is inspired by When Harry Met Sally, and I am very down for that. I also know that this was a Book of the Month pick. So yeah, this is one that I will definitely be reading. I will bend rules to read this. All right, and now our 5th and final roll. That's another 8. Just trust me, I know you can't see it. That takes us to Big Book, over 500. Oof. So a book over 500 pages isn't technically the worst prompt we could have gotten. It is definitely doable. It's easy to find stuff for, but I generally don't read long books. All of these are quite short. So this one I think I'm gonna fudge a little bit if I do end up having to do it, because I am currently reading Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, this stunning collector's edition. And I'm about halfway through right now, but this book is 540 or something, so I think it counts. I will finish a 500 page book in October. I didn't read all of it in October, but who cares? And there's some big books that I want to read coming up, so this is probably one that if I can avoid it, I'm going to, but if I can't, we have a good cheat here. Halfway through, loving it, by the way. All right, 5 prompts is all we're gonna do. That's generally what I try to stick to for a TBR, so we'll see how it goes. That's some of the stuff that I might be reading this month. If you want to know what I actually end up reading, there will be a vlog later this month of me doing that and hopefully getting into the fall spirit. So stay tuned. But thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to Becca for making this beautiful board. Very easy to play, very fun. A lot of hard work went into this, and I really appreciate it, and I'm excited to play it again. Probably right after I stop filming this. If you are going to be participating in Spookopolathon, let me know, and I hope that it goes well for you and me, and I will see you soon in another video.